Okay. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi, hi. How's everyone doing? I had to do something because obviously, I'm always forgetting something before I start the stream. So that's just me. Uh, Kazu's always forgetting something. Okay, I did it. Okay. Sorry about that. Yay. Okay. Okay. So, how's everyone's day been going so far? It's okay. Um, I'm really excited for the game because I'm nervous as well because I heard that I've heard not really not really heard, but I've seen it's been getting a lot of popularity, and so I want to see what the hype's about. I think we got the demo. I'm praying I didn't accidentally download the NSFW version. I think that one's paid, so I don't. Hopefully, I didn't. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm gonna hop on the trends. Yeah, there's never really much to talk about. Oh, hey, I don't want to just sit in silence. That's kind of boring, huh? All right. Why don't we get this started? I guess. Okay. Make my stuff smaller. Right here? Yeah, okay. Okay. Bum, ba, bum, ba. Okay, so now start it up. Wait, that is so cool. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm getting the game on there right there. Okay, that's blocking the inside of the screen. That's that little color. Wait, let me make it so you can see it. Try to make sure you can see it. There you go. I don't want to make the same mistake I did last time. Um, because at my last stream, I accidentally made it so you can only see like half the screen. So my god, I can't get it right. What? I hate it. Yay! Yo, yo! Look at the cursor. It's a key. It's so cute. Robot, you're crackling. Oh, my mic? Okay, wait. Oh, my mic is really bad. Okay. It's okay. So I did buy a new mic and it came in yesterday, but it turns out to be terrible. So I had to buy a new one, and now it's coming in about like 4 days. So I had to wait. So, but I promise it'll get better. Um, see if I can fix it. Okay. Always me forgetting or not doing something before a stream and then having to embarrass myself and do it on stream. You know, like that's just me. You know. Ah, okay. Solution. Okay. Just I'm sorry about this, guys. So okay. Ah, how is it now? Is it better? Ah, maybe is it too quiet? Sorry. Okay. Is the microphone better now? Okay. Ah, hello. Okay. I wanna make this share. Okay. So the so is my microphone better sounding now? I want to make sure of that, and then um if the music isn't too loud again. Ah. Da, 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 da. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hope for the best, but I am gonna make this a little quieter because it looks like it's louder than me a little bit. So okay, should be good, right? Okay, I'm gonna. Hey, let's start it now. Okay. Preferences, content warnings, album about. What's preferences? Display. Oh, okay. This game is still this game is still in development and incomplete and may be prone to encountering some bugs and errors. This game is rated 18 plus. Minors are strictly prohibited from playing this game or engaging in any shape or form of the game. In no way, shape, or form the creator condones or accepts the illegal and horrible actions shown in game made by the characters. This visual novel is made for creative venture and is pure fiction and should not be romanticized or replicated in real life. It is highly discouraged. Okay. This game includes explicit and dark themes such as death, murder, sexual assault, non-consensual touching. Oh, golly. See, this is why you read the content warnings before playing a game. Oh. Okay, well, hopefully it's not too bad. Twitch, please don't ban me. I'm sorry. I'm fine with fears and yeah. Okay. Yes. It was many and many a year ago. It was many and many a year ago. It's okay. In a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. Day one, the beloved. Oh, did I just do something? Okay. Okay. And class dismissed. By our next meeting, I need the full report on everyone's poem that they haven't chosen. I think whoever made this has dyslexia. No offense to anyone who has dyslexia, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh. It's just a hunch. Yeah. I will not accept one paragraph. I need 2 whole pages filled with words. Everyone got that? The classroom broke into a series of "Yes, Professor," while some spread no time in packing their things, eager to be dismissed and disregarding the teacher altogether. Your literature teacher packs up her own things and exits the classroom. The moment your literature teacher left, the classroom broke into small groups as each student gathered up to meet with their respective cliques. Did I say that right? Some engaged in conversation while some spared no time in exiting the classroom. A yawn escaped your lips. You turn your head and observe the clouds outside. The clouds are shaded in dark gray. The sky's once blue color is now turning the same lighter shade of gray. The looming threat of rain made you click your tongue in irritation. Just my luck. I didn't bother to bring an umbrella, too. Standing up from your seat, you were about to grab your bag when you felt a tap on your shoulder. Oh, she's so pretty! Turning around, you came face to face with the cobalt blue eyes, her blonde hair shaped like swirls with its ends dyed in blue and pink, complementing her entire ensemble, even if it's just white button-up that clearly looks too small for her. Hot pink jacket tied around her waist and the school's black skirt. Her hand, which you assumed was the same one that tapped your shoulder, hung up in the air. She seemed unsure whether to continue or not, judging from the way her eyebrows furrowed downward while biting her glossed lower lip. She turned slightly, her head not fixed on you, but rather on whoever is behind her. You hear her whisper something under her breath before eventually composing herself and turning her focus solely on you now. Hey, you're going to lunch with us, right? I mean, you should.
I don't usually see you in the cafeteria often, so you must not be eating properly. How can you keep up with the classes looking like that? Excuse me? You took a step back, clenching the strap of your bag as you glare at the blonde woman before you. Who was this woman? Who does she think she is? Judging from the woman's expression, she finally came to realize the words that came out of her mouth. I... Brittany! A familiar face interrupted the two of you. You turned your head to where the voice was, and there stood none other than your old friend. That's really insensitive of you. Imagine if someone else told you about how you look. His familiar orbs are of azure blue, nearly replicating lapis lazulus, and to his chocolate brown hair tied loosely in a low braid. Sun-kissed skin enhances handsome features, adorned with a black long-sleeve button-up and an indigo vest to add to his clean look. He is known as Jurichiro Ichibad, Crow for short, the class representative and a close friend of yours. Well, the only close friend you have. Oh, that's sad. Crow made his way to your side. With a hand on his hip, he reprimands the blonde-haired woman next to you, oh my god! And this said woman shrugged her shoulders. You placed a hand over your beating heart. The close proximity between you two caused a blush to appear on your cheeks. I don't think he's just a close friend. No matter how many times you get close to him or him getting near you, you'll never get used to it. His whole aura just gives a warm feeling in you, the butterflies in your stomach thrashing and raging, begging to be released. You're telling me right now he's just a close friend? For some reason I don't believe that. Yeah, you may have a bit of a crush on him. Yes, I can tell. The woman named Brittany just rolled her eyes, seemingly used to Crow's reprimands. Well, you're the one who insisted on me initiating talk. You could have done it more nicely, you know? Like a simple invite alone. Crow gives you a small smile while handing out something to you. You look down to see it. It was your ID. You dropped this, by the way. Your name is... Oh! Anyway. Okay, sorry. The may have sounded, disruptive. Okay, the mic I'm using, I have to hold it. So, my last name. Guys, I never thought of this. What should be my last name? It should be my last name, guys. um. What rings a bell? Kaze. Kaze. Ah. Oh. I never thought of this before. me think. Um, I say fuck it, we ball, Kaze Tomoki. Isn't that food? It's okay. The ID shows my name, Kaze Tomoki, along with my pronouns. She, her, hers. You stare at your own ID picture and see yourself more. Feminine. Use feminine terms and will be called a girl/woman. You look at your ID picture, seeing a young woman and reading her name with your eyes. Name Kaze Tomoki. I'm really mispronouncing my own name. Kaze Tomoki. Pronounced she, her. Yes. Your oh. Your fingers briefly brushed against his. You bit your lip, then muttered a small thank you before pocketing your school ID. Crow gives you a close-eyed smile, returning with his own thank you, and then turns his attention back towards Brittany. Following up behind Brittany are three more people. The tallest of the three is a sporty-looking man, clad in green and yellow jersey with the number 10 settled in front. His eyes are bright green, the color that kind of reminds you of green apples. His skin a beautiful brown that nearly matches his curly hair, while a stubble is nestled on his chin, indicating his maturity. Oh, I love the hair. The second tallest is a man in a purple hoodie. His eyes are sharp and slanted with long lashes, adorned with teal color orbs underneath. His hair is straight and styled into a hime cut, save for short strand tied with a red ribbon, and a low ponytail bound with the same shade of red behind him. He looks uninterested. He looks uninterested with what is going around at the very moment. And the last but not the least is the shortest of the three, maybe within the group as well. Her skin is pale, her face dotted with a few freckles, and then a few freckles then and there as rectangular shaped frames shield away orange orbs. Oh, she's pretty. Her hair is short and loose like waves. She wears a black button up under an orange vest and a black shirt matching Brittany's. Damn, Britt, you sure are bad at oh my god. You sure are bad at socializing. Hey Gio, seems like you have a competition. The tail jock clad in yellow and green sports jersey lets out a loud laugh, causing some students to turn and look at him. Brittany's face grew red from embarrassment. Gritting her teeth, she crossed her arms while tapping her foot on the ground. This only made the jock laugh louder. Shut the fuck up, Derry. You're causing a scene. Also, if you were me, you would have done just as badly. That is, in fact, not true. I'm a lovable guy. Oh yeah? As the two argue, you turn your head towards the other tall male in the hoodie. Sensing your gaze, he looks down at you, his hand still in his hoodie's pocket. A sudden chill went down your spine. You quickly averted your gaze away from the imposing male and leaning on the meek girl in orange right beside Brittany. She hasn't spoken since she arrived with the two males, but judging from how attached she is to Brittany, you're guessing she's closer to her than the rest of the group. She kind of reminds me of yourself when you were still new to the school with no one to talk to. Not until Crow befriended you, of course. Were you as clingy to Crow back then as she is with Brittany now? Sorry, they're kind of a rowdy bunch, huh? Hope you're not too overwhelmed. They sure are. Oh, I think I skipped something. Look, Kaze, you're still free not to join us for lunch if you're uncomfortable. Meeting new people is overwhelming. I just want to let you know that I respect your feelings and that you matter, Kaze. Thank you. Crow reassures you with a worried smile on his lips. You turn back to the group, the tall jock named Daryl now bothering Gio with an arm around his shoulder. The visible irritation on Gio's face did nothing to sway Daryl's happy-go-lucky personality. Brittany leans on one of the desks with her arms crossed, striking a conversation with the bespectacled girl next to her. What's her name? I didn't seem to catch it last time. Bro glanced at where you were pointing at. Oh, Jessie? You can call her Jess for short. She's best friends with Brittany. She kind of reminds me of you back when we first met. All shy and quiet. Only that you're cuter. Ooh! Oh! Me and Crow got a thing going on. Crow pinches your cheek playfully and you groan, but your mock annoyance is betrayed by the small smile that formed in your lips. How time flies, huh? That's right, you got yourself acquainted with Crow in your sophomore year. Before you left for the city, your father emphasized the importance of having companions and establishing friendships, most especially in this college. Olympias University, the largest university in Titan City. It is known for having the best facilities and the best education. We are guaranteed to rise from the bottom to the top. Well, that's what the advertisement tells you. You tried getting to know people during your first year, but to no avail. No matter how much you try to make friends, you just couldn't seem to bring yourself to talk to anyone. To your dismay, no one seems to bother to even befriend you. I promise that I can read. I promise. Sure, you would talk with a few classmates for projects, but nothing goes beyond that. As if they're scared of you. Or more like, disgusted? You can never tell. The looks you've received have been all mixed signals, some bad, some out of pity. That is, until Crow came in the picture. Among everyone, Crow was the sole person who approached you with an intention of friendship. You were wary of him at first. Why would someone want to befriend you out of nowhere? Your past experiences cause you suspicion. You've had a history with people who try to earn your good graces because you were somehow beneficial to them. You thought Crow would be the same case, so you ignored him. Oh my god. But then he kept following you, trying to strike a conversation with you every now and then. You tried to dismiss him, ignoring his presence as usual, but Crow was determined to break down your walls and keep insisting on tagging along until it annoyed you once. Just once. My throat is like, it hates me today. I feel too big. Get this off. right there. Yeah, I think that's better. That is until it happened on the last day of your first semester in your sophomore year. You fell victim to one of the school's biggest hidden flaws. If Crow wasn't there to stop them, you could not begin to imagine what might have happened to you. Thank goodness you're unharmed. You're concerned about me? How about you? You're the one who's hurt. Thinking back, you thought he was crazy and stupid, taking a blow after blow until the perpetrators got bored and left the both of you. Well, that's the whole point, right? As long as you're not hurt, this is nothing. You're crazy, you know that? And he just laughs it off, wincing due to the bruises on his face. I never got your name, crazy person. It's Sherry Cho. Oh, crap. But just call me Crow. Nice to meet you, Crow. Oh my god, I'm Kaze. Hold on, wait. I have to fix this. Everything hates me today. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I fixed it for the most part. I had to fix something. You brought him to the clinic. You brought him to the clinic that day and became inseparable ever since. Right after that incident, Crow promised to never get in fights again and continues to keep his word on it. You really owe it to him. You look back up at Crow. He tilts his head. Something on your mind, Kaze? Nothing. Just happy that you're my friend. Oh. He looked at you with raised eyebrows, probably surprised at how random your thoughts seem. He didn't say anything as he let your words sink in, and his usual gentle smile appeared on his face. Crow inched closer to you, indicating that he feels the same way. Brittany must have taken notice of the amount of time wasted in talking and arguing as she turns to you one last time. We've talked a little bit too much. We'll end up not getting any seats if we keep this up. So, are you coming with us or not? Caught up in your little daydream about the past, Brittany finally spoke up, catching your attention. You looked back at Crow, recalling his words. Don't force yourself to join if you're so uncomfortable. Wait, what does that mean? Doesn't tell me what they say. No. Just say it? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna say it right there. Because I'm assuming it's gonna make a choice. You then decide to. Okay, we're gonna say it. Which way should I go? Which way should I go, chat? Which way should I go? No. Okay. I think. You know what? Why not? Brittany hummed a sound of content before turning on her heel and heading towards the classroom's exit, with 3 other friends following behind her. Crow looks back at you by the door, waiting for you. Catching up, you raise your head to meet his azure orbs once more. Your heartbeat quickens with your ribcage in response. You two, stop oogling at each other and hurry up. Brittany's exclamation made the both of you jump. Jeez. Wait to ruin the moment, I guess. My golly. Dude. I think I'll have to change my mic again. Oh.
Okay, there you go. On my normal mic back. Jeez! Okay, wait. Something fell. Okay, sorry about that. You merely looked down, using your hair as a curtain to hide your reddened face. Crow just rubbed the back of his neck. You two eventually followed behind Brittany and the rest of the group towards the cafeteria. The cafeteria is loud and crowded. Tables are filled with students, while the rest are lined up by the counter grabbing their lunches. A groan escaped Brittany's lips as she looks around for any sign of a vacant table you can share. What a fucking great time not to bring lunch, huh? Next time, I'm preparing my lunch the night before. I wonder why it's so crowded today. New lunch menu, perhaps? Seems like it. We'll be left with nothing else if we keep standing here and loiter. Hey, Geo, Daryl. Oh yes, what is it, your royal majesty? Daryl cooed with a teasing tone. Brittany rolls her eyes at his silly gesture. Could you two look for a vacant spot where the rest of us line up? Saves us time that way. Yeah, sure, Britt. Let's go, Geo. Wrapping an arm around Gio's shoulder while ignoring his obvious irritation from the said male, two walked away in hopes of looking for an unoccupied table. Brittany then turned to you. Oh, right, Kaze. I'm not sure if you packed anything like those two did, but if you want to line up with us or go help them find a table, make a choice. I decided that you won't believe what I'm doing. I'm saving again. You gotta save like every time before you make a choice. That's me right there. I have my own lunch. Oh. That's good. Well, you go join those two goons and wait for us, alright? Brittany gives you a nod and waves you off, turning on her heel. She quickly makes her way to the line with Jess following behind her. You want me to get you anything, Kaze? No, it's fine. You won't get anything for yourself if you keep idling by. Crow's shoulders shook at your statement, letting out a soft and hearty chuckle as a smile made its way on his handsome features. He turns around, giving you a wave, and then follows behind the two girls, hoping to make it to the line with them. As for you, you made your way to where Geo and Daryl were. Oh my god. It seems that they have managed to find a vacant spot for you as you saw them currently seated on a round table, merely cleaning up after the group of students who previously occupied the space. Once seated, the two boys took out what seemed to be their individual packed lunches. Before Geo is a very intricate bento box. The contents inside looks as expensive looking as its container, whereas Daryl only has 3 sandwiches he took out from his paper bag. Your food always looks so good, Geo. I bet they taste just as good too. Mind if I take one? No. Geo said with a flat tone, slapping the jock's hand away from his bento box. Daryl pouted, rubbing his hands before returning with his own sandwich. As he sat down across the two boys, Geo kept his eyes on you for quite a while, his gaze unwavering as he chewed on his lunch. Jeez! What's up with this guy sizing you up? You and Geo stared at each other for a good and uncomfortable minute. Just as you were about to open your mouth to ask what this guy's deal is, Daryl's eyes went wide as he finally took notice of your presence on the table. Oh right, Kaze, correct? What did you bring for lunch? I mean, if you don't mind sharing, that is. Sharing what food I have or sharing the food itself? Why not both? That's my food. Respectfully, that's my food. Can't have my food? Unlike this guy over here. Gio only rolled his eyes when the jock nudged his shoulder. Don't bother with Daryl. He'll take your food even if you don't give any. Hey now, I'm not that cruel. Say that's Brittany's lunch that you took yesterday. Jess was kind enough to give her lunch to compensate. I was hungry. Not my fault my coach had to make me do 3 laps around the field. While the two bigger let on like children, you let in a small chuckle, eating the sandwich you took out from your own container. Maybe these guys aren't so bad as you thought they might be. Then at the corner of your eye, you notice Brittany's familiar wavy blonde hair making her way to your table. In tow is none other than Jess and Crow, each with their own trays of food. Move your ass aside, Daryl. I'm sitting here. Oh! A loud gasp escaped Brittany's lips, her mouth open in wide shock. The food on her tray is now splattered across her white uniform. What happened? Brittany! Oh, sorry about that. You should have watched where you were going there. Multiple footsteps come near. The trio of girls show themselves before you. Oh my god! No! No! It's always gotta be bullies anywhere. Haters! The tallest of the bunch, the red-haired one, placed a hand over where her heart is and lets out a mocking gasp at the mess. Brittany's eyes met with the red-haired bully. Judging from the way Brittany's face twisted with rage, they seemed to know each other. Britt, are you alright? You should get yourself cleaned. You fucking bitch! This is my only clean uniform. How fucking dare you? Oh, look at Miss Claire all flared up. Careful there, sweetie, you'll get wrinkles. It's not like you're ugly already. It's not like you're not ugly already. Jeez. The mean girl coos at Brittany. Her two friends behind her laugh along with her antics. You've got a bad feeling about this. The entire cafeteria breaks in a few murmurs and whispers, their attention now fixated on the group of girls. Some have stopped eating, while some have... Oh. It's okay. Crow tried to come in... Crow tried to come in between them to stop the fight, but he wasn't fast enough. Splat. Next thing we knew, another loud gasp was heard. A wide smile etched itself on Brittany's face. The mean girl's white uniform now smeared with varieties of wet sauces and oils, matching Brittany's own dirty uniform. Jess's face filled with shock. The food from their tray is now gone. Take that shit, Stain. You fucking bitch! Food fight. Oh my god. The moment Daryl howled those words, the cafeteria went into a hectic frenzy. Food and drinks started flying across the area as each student started tossing whatever they could get their hands on. Are those trays? Kaze! Everyone stop this madness at once. A sudden wave of pain made its way to your head. Oh? And last thing you saw was Crow calling out your name before passing out. Well, damn! This is why I hate food fights. I hate those. You get dirty and messy. You get a fucking concussion. Ugh. Where am I? Oh, you're awake. Thank goodness. Crow? You tried to sit up, but a sudden shot of pain went through your head, stopped you. But a sudden shot... Okay. You reached out to touch where the ache was coming from, but Crow stopped you by holding on your wrist. Careful now, their nurse already bandaged your head. Don't push yourself. Crow gently pushed you back down on the medical bed. He takes a lone stool and takes a seat right next to you. Ugh, what happened? Well, after Daryl started that mess of a food fight, the principal was called in to stop it. Daryl got lucky enough to escape when he did. Gio was nowhere to be seen.
As for Brittany, what about her? Well, Jess helped her out to grab a new uniform from the principal's office. Then why does my head hurt so much? Someone somehow threw a tray and you were unfortunate enough to get hit with it. Thankfully, I got you out of there before things got Oh. I'm making myself mad. I can read, I promise. Thanks, Crow. I owe you one. I'm always there for you, Kaze. Never forget that. Anyway, it's around 1:45 in the afternoon right now. I should probably head out to my next class. You should stay here until the nurse gets back. You'll be alright alone here then? Right? I wanted to say no, but stopped yourself before you could. Yes, you can go ahead. You sure? Yes, I'll be fine, Crow. You've done enough for me today. You gave him a small smile, but he did not return it. Crow squeezes your hand, quite hesitant to let you go. Eventually, he loosened his grip. Eventually, he loosened his grip. He stands up from his chair and walks towards the exit. But before he could leave, he turned around and gave you one last smile, eventually closing the door and going out of the infirmary. You groaned and laid back down on the bed, feeling the bandage on your head. At least the pain is slowly dying a bit. Hope it didn't leave a mark on my head. You're guessing you came face to face with the edges of one of the metallic trays. Since when did trays hurt that much? Then again, there were athletes in the area, Daryl being one of them. Just then, you heard the door opening, the nurse's voice echoing throughout the room as the clicking of her heels got louder as she drew closer. It's that guy! It's a guy in the main menu. In the page. This is the guy I keep seeing everywhere. The school nurse entered and following her was a tall student dressed in black. He seemed to be I keep doing that. He seems to be holding onto his left hand. You could see the red streak of blood overflowing. That looks bad. He sure had it worse than me. I wonder what happened. You should be thankful you didn't cut a vein. How are they able to get past that pocket knife in the first place? Oh. Oh no. The nurse sighed. It seems like she got her hands full with another student. The latter, however, didn't say anything as he let out a small hiss when the nurse dabbed some disinfectant on his wound. You sat up slowly, careful not to hit your head on anything else before stealing a glance at the student and the nurse. Your eyes met with the reddish orange-green ones. He's pretty though. I like his design a lot. Your heart races as you feel your heartbeat quicken. How many people do I have a crush on? What an unusual color. They remind me of the setting sun. The nurse finishes up wrapping around his wound, a blotch of red slowly seeping out and staining the once white bandage. However, his gaze is still fixated on you. The nurse follows his line of sight and finally takes notice of your conscious figure. Ah, you're finally awake, Miss Tomoki. She approached you with a bottle of painkillers she took from one of the transparent cabinets on the walls before handing a pill to you. How are you feeling, dear? Does your head still hurt? It's slowly dissipating, ma'am. Thank you. She hands you the pill and you take it down your throat. You're free to stay here for a while longer, Miss Tomoki, but you need to return to your class as soon as you're feeling better. You gave the nurse a nod. She, in return, hums an approval before going back to the taller male and back. Black. That's like a tongue twister. She went back to the taller male in the black. She went back to the taller male in black. As for you, Mr. Brugmansia? I don't know. If If ever your bandage gets dirty throughout the day, don't hesitate to come back here and I'll reapply it with a new roll. Bro. The taller male hummed. He turned on his heel and made his way towards exit door before pausing. I'll return to my class now. Oh my god. Oh, please. I'll return to my class now. Thanks for patching me up, nurse. The tall student gives you one last look with his fiery red eyes before making his exit with a click of the door. The nurse lets out a sigh, rubbing her temples, feeling a headache surfacing. I swear, that child comes here every other day. Him? Oh, you're not classmates with Mr. Brugsmania? Odd, I thought he might know you from the way he was looking at you. No, I haven't seen him around. More like you never bothered to look at who's around you since no one would even bother to spare a glance at you. Well, either way, don't get into much trouble with don't get into too much trouble like him, alright? That raises a question in your head. Just how bad were the guy's injuries that he comes to the nurse's office almost every other day? It kind of explains why she's been sighing hard ever since she brought the tall male into her office. With an injury as bad as a near stab wound on the palm, you can only take a wild guess. As much as you are curious to know what transpired, you're nearly late for your next class. Eyeing the clock on the top of the door frame, you got out of the medical bed. You thanked the nurse and made your way out of her office. Barely making it to your next class, you slid the classroom door open, earning you a few looks from the students inside the room. Turning to the podium! You exhaled a breath you didn't realize you were holding when you realized that your teacher was still absent. Fixing your composure, you scanned the room. A few easels and shelves filled with brushes and bottles stained with acrylic paint guaranteed that you made it to the right class. Oh, so art. You made your way to your seat. Once settled down, you groaned, placing your elbows on the desk and resting your chin on top of your hands, waiting patiently for your professor's arrival. Though you couldn't help but notice the feeling of someone staring at you. Shook it off, thinking that it must been the last lack of sleep. You're not gonna look around? I feel like if you think you're being looked at, you should probably look to see who is looking at you. Or maybe it's the cold weather. Hearing the classroom door open, your art professor makes his way inside, his large round belly standing out, his round spectacles sitting on top of his nose, and a stereotypical brown beret on his head. He greets the class before starting his lecture. An art exhibit project featuring various areas of art as part of our thesis. This time we're tasked with expressionism. Remember, this is all part of your paper, and not to mention making a name for yourself, of course. Ho ho ho! More like taking the credit of a student's work and using it to advertise your shitty school. You scoffed at the thought. Hope you all get a partner already by this time. For this term, I'm tasking you all to create 3 works based on the exhibit's theme. This is where you want to throw your desk out the window. Oh. How could you forget? You weren't present during the previous meeting and you knew absolutely no one in the specific class. Why were you taking art? Why were you taking art again? Oh right, your father was an artist as he was a farmer. It was all for him. Maybe you can make a name for yourself with your works. If you ever live if ever your life as gardener wouldn't turn out the way it should. All part of plan B, and if that fails, I've got plan C and D. I have yet to make up the rest. Guess I'll die. You shake away your silly thoughts. The problem is now at hand. You do not have a partner to work with. Now I want you all to go to your chosen partner for this project so I can start explaining your tasks. Eventually you are forced out of your seat once your seatmate's partner will be occupying it for the class. You're crazy yourself. You can only hope that you're not the only student who didn't get their own partner for this class. Upon looking around, it seems that everyone is calm and collected. Were you the only one panicking here? Unlike the rest of the class scurrying around to meet their partner, you were the only fool who was standing still. No, I'm the only one standing, because from the corner of the classroom there's a single student not bothering to stand up from their seat. Their seat meant I had left to pair with someone else, leaving a vacant spot. It's that guy in the clinic. I never knew he's in the same class as me. Is he not gonna bother with his partner? Unless... hey there! Top viewers, streambo.com. Stop! The way I said that. He looks up from his desk and looks at your approaching form before you're eventually standing next to him. It's you. Seems like you're a bit lost there. Do you have a partner? No. Well, just your luck then. Me neither. So, do you want to be partners? Sure, why not? You took the vacant seat right beside him, his book now tucked away, and on his desk is now a pen and piece of paper, seemingly ready to take notes. Hey, I never got to know your name. Oh. It's not quite important. Well, I should at least know what to call you instead of Green Street Guy. He raised a brow at your silly nickname you gave him before slightly shaking his head. Sullivan Brugmansia. But just call me Sol. Sol. Your name contradicts with your whole glam, not gonna lie. I guess that does make sense, yeah. Sol nods, rubbing the back of his head. You can say that. My mother gave me that name. It's a lovely name. Thanks. Well, I'm Kaze Tomoki. Nice to finally know your name, Sol. Sol nods with a smile forming on his lips, and returning attention back to the professor. 3 artworks to showcase. Note, it has to be some form of expressionism. Mediums will be strictly traditional. Your professor then proceeds to give other pointers for your project before leaving you and the rest of the class for the day. Everyone in the classroom proceeds to talk with their partners, already brainstorming ideas on what they're going to showcase and hopefully could get a high grade. Oh my god, my throat today. Okay. I think I need some water. Okay, so I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get some water because my throat is really dry. Hello. Guess who's back? Me! I got a donut too. My throat feels a lot better, oh my god. Okay. Sorry. Okay. He turned his soul as he took out his own charcoal pencil and his sketch pad for the class. You got any plans for our first display, Soul? Expressionism is about conveying one's feelings, right? The easiest for now is a portrait. Let's use your face as an example. My face? He lets out a low chuckle. There. Ugh. You're making a cute expression right now. That can be considered as expressionism. I gotta keep face to me. Which one is it? I can't see it. Wait. No, wrong one. Where is it? There's a cute face! It's a cute face! Huh? Oh, but I have this bandage on my face. Wouldn't that hinder the process? Wait, sorry. Oh. You recall the events that happened back in the cafeteria. I can simply ignore it. Or make something better out of it. Trust the process. He seems like he already has an idea on what to do. And judging from that half-filled sketchbook of his, he's quite familiar with the concept of art. Me, however... Wait, I'm gonna save this too. Yeah. Okay. I'm amazing at art. I'm pretty good. And surprise me. Sorry I can't draw you back because of this damned injury. No, don't worry about it. Your excuse, and I don't want you to stress over your hand. I don't want you to stress your hand over this. You took out your sketch pad and your pencil and worked with his portrait with determination, his eyes never leaving your face. He would often look up to see his features, taking note of every curve. A blush occasionally invades his cheeks as he tries his best not to look away while you work. Now, while you were sketching up, you can't help but avert your eyes on his bandaged hand from time to time. Seems you're quite curious to know what happened to this, huh? And you weren't slick with it either. He froze when he caught you red-handed, just like the red seeping out of his hand. Haha, red-handed? Red-handed? And I get it because his hand is red. Because his hand is red. That's so funny. Oh, that's... No. Okay. You stop drawing. Sorry, that was rude of me. It's fine. It's just the usual for me. I've gotten worse injuries than this. You raised a brow at that. Not the worst? If you don't mind me asking, what happened? He paused and averted his eyes, but opened up to speak. Nothing much. Was minding my own business, got assaulted. Oh, had to defend myself. He talked as if it's just another normal Monday for him. Your eyes furrowed. He noticed and just chuckled. I'm sorry, man. That's fucked up. No need to worry about me. All that matters is I'm still here. You didn't say anything, however, continuing on with the drawing, your movement slow and now refusing to look at its injured hand. This school is way more fucked up than I thought it would be. The sound of the school bell rang across the classroom and through the hallway. I'm gonna take a bite of my nut. It's a pink one. It's like, well, it's just a normal donut, but it has pink frosting and sprinkles on it. So, like, I got a cute donut. Yay! Oh, get off my screen. Sorry, I accidentally opened something. Okay. You quickly made a few more lines in your portrait before giving up. You closed your pad and proceeded to shove it inside your backpack, earning you a confused look on your partner's face. Not even gonna show me what you made? It's not done yet. That never bothered me. Can I see it? Wait. How about a small deal? I'll show it to you once I'm done with the portrait, and you still need to draw me once your injury gets better. Sounds like a plan? You say with a wide grin on your face, trying your best to convince the male. He stares at your face for a short moment before eventually leaning back on his chair, arms crossed, and nods along with you. Packing your things, you and Sol continue out to the hallway. Do you have a phone? We should exchange numbers and update each other so we can do the next 2 more tasks. Sol then takes out his own phone and asks for your number. You reset it out as he put it onto his phone. Let me try to send you a message. Oh my god. I'm sorry, wait. Oh. Sorry. Holy crap. You know, like, you know when, how do I explain it? You know when, like, your stomach acid, when it just, like, randomly comes up in your throat and it burns? That just happened, like, randomly. Midstream. I don't... You nodded and looked at your phone screen and saw a new notification from an unknown number. That must be Sol's. Sup. You type so differently from how you look. No, he doesn't. He types like how he looks. From the corner of your eye, you see Sol's eyebrow raised at your text. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. You chuckled. He rolled his eyes. Your stare lingers on Sol's face. A smile is embedded on his handsome features while he looks at the block of text on his phone. You bite the bottom of your lip as you recall the events that happened today, mostly meeting the people, first formally meeting Crow's 2 group, and now meeting Sol. Back then, you struggled to form friends throughout college that you were convinced would be graduating without making a single connection, which would undoubtedly disappoint your father, and you were ready for it. You thought to yourself, these are odd people, eccentrics at most. All misunderstood people, all human, all the same. A sudden wave of determination washed over you. With a hand on your chest, you stare into Sol's orbs, making him tilt his head slightly. Sol, I want to be friends with you. I can sense that people tend to misunderstand you and your overall personality. Sol is quiet, but his gaze reminds on you with lingering curiosity. But let me be different. I want to know you. I want to understand you, Sol. If you let me. He blinked once, then twice, then a chuckle. He puts a large hand on top of your head and then ruffles your hair. Alright then, let's mark today, as the start of our wonderful friendship, Kaze Tomoki.
Yay! I made a new friend. We made a new friend, guys! Yay! You playfully pushed his hand off your head and nudged him on the shoulder. He let out a small laugh at your poor attempt. As to you two, Sylvian Brug. Oh, his last name is so hard to say. Brugmansia. Just Sol is fine, Kaze. Well, I need to get going. See you tomorrow? Huh? Oh, of course. See you tomorrow, Kaze. Giving Sol a wave of goodbye, you make your way towards the school's exit. I like him. Oh, God. He's, he's blushing. He's so cute. What? Oh my God. It warms my heart. He's so sweet. My darling. Oh. My sweet darling Kaze. See you later, pumpkin. I'm scared. Maybe I retreat what I said. Like, literally right after I said that. Uh, you know what? I love that. A poster was plastered on the large board. The Hollows Ball. Come enjoy the festive spirit of Hallows Eve. A Halloween party? Huh. Seems promising. A sudden small vibration came from your pocket. Curious, you took out your phone, expecting another message from Sol. It was from Crow. Your heart leaped from your chest, recalling the events that happened earlier this afternoon. Can you meet me after class? I'll be at the park gate. Oh, Crow! Bro, I just keep pulling the HUD. I just keep pulling them. We got Crow, now we got Sol. Oh my God. Turning off your phone, you quickly made haste to the exit. Okay, sorry. You approached the school's gate, keeping an eye out for your friend. Sure enough, there stood Crow in all his glory, posture straight with his arms held behind his back, his bag neatly placed on the floor, and with his foot tapping on the concrete floor nervously. You yourself were growing nervous with each step you took as you drew closer and closer to him. Let me take a drink already. When you reached his side and made your presence known with a small greeting, you noticed the way Crow's eyebrows raised in mild surprise, as if not expecting you to actually show up before him. He cleared his throat before composing himself properly, his body now facing in your direction. You wanted to see me? Yes, Lifting his bag from the floor, he slings the strap over his shoulder and offers his hand for you to take. I'd like to take you somewhere. It's a bit near the park. I'll lead if you let me. Aw, okay. Okay, wait, save. We're gonna save again. Hey, take his hand or his arm. Hey, I'll take his hand. I'll take his hand. You took his hand. In return, Crow wraps his fingers around yours. His nervous smile melts into a genuine and happier one as he leads the both of you away from the school's gate into the streets. By the time you and Crow made it to the park, it was already sundown and stars slowly painting the sky. Is this the place you were trying to lead me to, Crow? Not quite yet. Come here.
You follow him through a thicket of thick bushes, surprised to see stony stairs. Though a bit run down, it still seems sturdy as that went on. Looking up, you see it leads somewhere above. You and Crow make your way up to the stony stairs, some red and orange leaves coloring the steps as you and him avoid a few puddles from the rain this morning. We're here! Come on! It's a sight to behold! Taking one last step, you see Crow admiring whatever was beyond him. His smile bright as his eyes twinkle like the stars above. Aww. Your eyes went wide in awe upon seeing the scenery before you, replicating the one Crow has on his face too. Not once did you take into consideration the idea of sightseeing within the city. Everything felt unfamiliar, intimidating even. You couldn't blame yourself for feeling so distressed about the idea of traveling, especially since you had no one else within the city to guide you. But gazing at the sea of lights that stretched out before you made you realize that you have been missing much of what the city has to offer. Looking further ahead, you take notice of a tall tower decorated with bright lights. Bright neon pink lights. Oh, they're pink! A little bit to its right is a movie theater next to a mall. The rows of other buildings with multicolored lights seemed endless. The more you scan the area, the more you see unfamiliar places that you didn't know existed. Your moment of silence while admiring the city view was interrupted by the sound of rustling glass. You turn around, finding the source of the sound. Crow has made himself comfortable, lying on the ground under an old tree. You see his backpack leaning on his trunk. Oh, this is so sweet, bro. You turn on your back from the city and walk to where Crow lay, deciding to keep him company. His gaze from the starry sky shifts to you as you sit down beside him and a hopeful smile grows in his face. Judging from your face all lighting up, you like this place, huh? Care to join me? Accepting his invitation, you could Crow a slight nod that brought joy to his eyes. You stretch a bit and lay on your back right next to him, your fingers barely touching. This is so sweet! You and Crow look at the night sky. You observe how the stars twinkle, as if the rain from this morning never happened. How did you manage to find this place? You tilt your head to look at him as he gives you a closed-eyed chuckle before his twinkling gaze meets yours. I take it that you've never heard of Lily Smith, have you, Kaze? Lily Smith? Crow points up at the old tree that stood above you and then returns his gaze to the stars. They say that this tree that the humans came in contact with was blessed by the gods that guard this land. This very same tree here used to bear multiple fruits. They say that they never rot and are free for anyone to take. So, what their popular interpretation says anyway. There are other versions of the myth? Crow shrugs his shoulders. Moving his gaze from the sky back to the tree, he stares at it, as if trying to decipher something just by the mere look at it. There are other versions, yes. Some say that the fruits are actually poisonous, others say that it's only meant for the gods, and no human must take it, lest they be cursed. That sounds quite gruesome. It's no wonder they would rather use the lighter version of the myth. Crow lets out a low chuckle at your statement, nodding a bit, as if agreeing with you. I guess that might be one of the reasons. Hey, Kaze. He pauses before speaking again. You perk an eyebrow at him. Yeah? This seems like a silly question. No. Lay it on me. Tell me what it is. Do you believe in gods? A question caught you by surprise. You never thought of Crow as a religious type, more so to be interested in gods, or maybe he's just curious about the idea of them. This may be the best moment to know for sure. And you were gonna save again? You know, my favorite thing to do is save. I don't. You don't? No, I don't. I believe in one's hard work. Does that count? Crow merely chuckles at your statement. With the hand resting on his chest, he shakes his head slightly as if he couldn't believe he heard you just say that. I don't mind the people who believe in them, I just don't like the way some of them worship the very ground these so-called gods walked on. You scoffed. I believe that everything is made possible through everyone's effort, be it as a team or as an individual. Their believers only give credit to those deities for everything, and it's an insult to the forgotten people who sacrifice themselves to make these happen. You recalled the townsfolk who endlessly praised and worshipped your patron deity for the bountiful harvest you and your family broke sweat and tears for. You watched as the efforts of your labor were all thrown to some invisible being, which, as far as you knew, returned nothing but calamities one after the other. 'Twas only a miracle that you, your father, and the dam farmland are still standing and your crops still thriving, even after so much damage. Crow notices the way your brows furrow. He says nothing, but the look in his eyes tell you that he shares your sentiments wholeheartedly. Oh my god. Oh. Guys, I'm a little sick again. I think this is quite. Oh. Ugh. I'm sorry. My throat is. It hates me today. This is why we're two peas in the same pod. How about you? Oh, whoopsie. He's trying to crow, repeating the same question he asked you earlier. He scans your face, your eyes, your nose, and your lips. His lingering gaze made you shrink back, your heart fluttering slightly. Ugh. Crow seems to realize something to himself as he returns his attention to the stars above, sighing. I don't. Oh my god. My throat. Whoopsie. Oh. Okay. This surprises you, and Crow laughs at your visible shock and confusion. What? You didn't think I'd be a non-believer? If I have to be honest, no. Why so? You kinda dress like a priest. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong, he kinda does. Crow's azure eyes grew wide as he broke into one of the loudest laughs you ever heard from him. Oh, was that funny? He laughed so hard that he had to clench his stomach and wipe at the tear-stained corners of his eyes. He was still chuckling when he unbuttoned the first two studs of his black polo, revealing more of his collarbone to you. Why? You quickly avert your eyes, finding the tree's leaves to be very interesting at this moment as you feel a familiar heat rush to your cheeks. How's that? Less formal? For fuck's sake, Ichiban. It feels like I'm seeing a Victorian woman's ankles for the first time. Crow grins at your reaction. It took the both of you a few more seconds of going back and forth with his teasing and you're reprimanding him before you finally calm down. The next few moments were spent with you pointing at the stars and Crow teaching you the constellations with a gentle whisper-like voice. You both fell silent, basking in the peace of the night. As the silence prolonged, Crow fell deep in thought. About today, Kaze, and about the guys. So we're moving into this conversation next, huh? I've got to be honest. Daryl put me up in this little hangout while I was feeling down in the dumps. I think I do have to thank you for forcing me and actually giving me the courage to talk to you after class. That set a breath he didn't know he was holding, refusing to meet your eyes. I don't know if I upsetted you by suddenly dragging you into this group. I probably should have told you about them a long time ago, huh? I'm sorry, Kaze. You bite your lip. You suspected that you might have upset Crow by making him think that you didn't like the group's presence at all, and that he's forcing you to bend to his will. One thing to know about Crow is that he is never the type to demand, to control, to be a king, to be a tyrant. You didn't do anything wrong, Crow. In fact, I should be the one to apologize. You speak up without thinking. Crow turns his head to look at you, his gaze rolling with confusion at your apology. I'm sorry for making you feel bad. I didn't mean to be upset. You swallow a lump in your throat, trying your best to hold the tears that were threatening to spill. I just thought that you'd forget about me after. They're amazing people. Brittany's pretty, Daryl's a fun guy, Gio's so cool, and Jess is loyal. They're a great group. And most importantly, you're amazing, Crow. You're all amazing, but not me. I'm just not sure if I could ever be a part of the group. You're always hidden in the shadows, no matter how much you tried to fit in. You were never to be considered. People treated you like someone to toss away, someone to use. You are worth nothing but an extra. Jeez! This is getting so sad. Oh, I need to turn this up. Make sure you guys can hear it. That's what she always tells you. You couldn't hold it back anymore. A sob escapes your lips. Your vision is slowly blurring as you feel wet droplets of tears finally sliding down your cheek from your eyes. For a moment, you saw panic in Crow's expression, seemingly not expecting you to burst into tears. He reaches out to hold your hand. And suddenly, you feel a pair of arms circling around you as he pulls you closer to him, letting you sob on his shoulder. Aww. He says nothing while rubbing a hand along your back, allowing you to cry, not caring about his clothes getting wet from your tears. Once you calm down, Crow rests his hand on your back, not letting you out of his embrace. You're amazing, Kaze. I'm sorry I never got to tell you that, no matter how many times I've thought of it. I just couldn't seem to find the words, but you're amazing in your own way, Kaze. You may not know it, but you're beautiful, you're funny, you're quite a phenomena. You can feel vibrations coming from his chest from the chuckle he emits. Heck, you're the funniest person I know. All I'm saying, Kaze, is that you're amazing. You have no idea how much tears you've shed tonight. Sometimes you think it's silly and childish to cry over what was probably a trivial matter to someone, but the urge to sob returned after hearing those words from him. I'm gonna cry! I'm gonna cry too! Oh my god! Do you want me to call you the Amazing Spider-Man just to prove that you are amazing? That made you giggle a bit as you wipe your tear-stained streaks. Tear-stained streaks? Tear-stained cheeks. With whatever strength you could muster, you slowly pull away and lifted yourself up. You sit yourself up, hovering over Crow. And there you see the very same man that made you cry by literally doing nothing. His braid came loose. He didn't know when, but his hair pulled around his head. He's so gorgeous! He's so gorgeous! Crow stares up at you with serene eyes, remaining silent as a gentle smile plastered on his face. I was taking a sip of water. There is nothing but the moon illuminating his tender features, yet to your vision he seems to glow. He is absolutely beautiful. He is, bro. Oh, how you wish you could blame everything on him. If you could, you tell him that he's the reason for all the unnecessary feelings swirling in your chest. You tell him exactly how good and bad it all feels, the heartaches and butterflies fluttering about in your stomach. You want to blame him, but you can't. We got it. Okay, so definitely saving that. Oh my golly, guys. Oh my golly. Should I hug him or kiss him? Oh. 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 Okay. We're gonna be bored. We're gonna be bored. I'm gonna rizz him up, okay? We rizzed him up. We got we rizzed him up. Gotta lock in. Gotta lock in. You have no idea where you got the guts to do the thing you did next, but the feeling of his lips pressing yours made the butterflies rattle in your stomach, threatening to burst out of their cage. Your heart beats fast like you just ran a marathon as you feel the heat rush to your cheeks. Crow freezes against you, and for a moment there you thought you just made a huge mistake. You are prepared to pull away and apologize, but he makes a move you did not expect. The gentle grip that Crow had on the small of your back slithers its way to the back of your head, fingers intertwined with your hair as he presses you closer to him. Oh my god! Returning your kiss with a fervent sense of desperation. Bro. This is like the sweetest thing ever. Creator said it's not romantic, and then this is happening. What? His other hand holds your waist in a tight embrace, not wanting to let you go. After your own surprise, you break the kiss by blowing away slightly. Crow chases after you, leaning in close to capture your lips in a deeper and more passionate manner than before. You feel like putting in his embrace as he cups your cheek with one hand, his lips needily asking for more access to yours. In response, you shut your eyes tight and your arms come to wrap around his shoulders, granting his desire by tilting your head against his. The both of you losing all sense in the world as you feel deep into the sensation of your lips against each other. This is like the sweetest thing ever. He eventually pulls away, a string of saliva connecting your lips to his own. His breasts are heavy, matching yours, and you beheld his red face and hair messier than before. He tucks away a strand of hair behind your ear before rubbing his cheek with his thumb. Crow scans your disheveled figure above him. You can see the way his eyes dilute the longer he keeps his gaze on your face. I knew we were going stargazing tonight, but I didn't expect this brightest star to be just in front of me. The hearts, bro! I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna start crying. This is so, sweet, bro. I was not expecting this. It's like the last thing I expected when playing this game. You giggled at his cheesy pickup line. God, I like you, Kaze. I liked you the first time I laid my eyes upon you. I couldn't tell you because I was scared that I might lose whatever we have at the moment, that I would lose you. I couldn't bear to live a life without you. Crow, I like you too. I've liked you ever since too. Chuckle at the silly thoughts you recall, the way you've been doubting your feelings, his feelings. And his eyes grow wide, jaw falling slack as you try to comprehend the words that came out of your lips. He blinks once, twice, before a smile as bright as the stars above appears on his face. Is this a dream? I hope not. If I'm in a dream, please tell the sleeping me to never wake up. Oh my god, I want to live in this dream forever. I'm gonna cry! Hi! Oh. Well. Hello. This game is gonna make me cry. It's so sweet. Will this convince you it's not a dream? You lean closer to his face and place a peck on his cheek. That's so sweet! Maybe, but I think this would definitely convince me. He captures your lips swiftly, distracting you when he moves in to bury his... Hell yeah, dating anime people, let's go! Yay! Yay!
distracting you when he moves in to bury his face in the crook of your neck to nibble at the soft flesh. You gasp. Oh my golly. Now people will know your mind. Oh, God. This is so sweet. Hey now. Crow laughs out heartedly at your reaction, and you simply roll your eyes. You couldn't stay mad at him. You know, the thing is, the creator, in the warnings there is that they said it's not romantic. They said it's not romantic. Crow laughs out heartily. Oh wait, did I already say this? And at your reaction, and you simply roll your eyes. You couldn't stay mad at him. He dusts off the grass that sticks to his shirt before giving you a once-over and gently swatting away the leaves on your hair and clothes. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's said that it should not be romanticized. So I'm just assuming something bad is gonna happen. You get up and Crow retreats his back, almost forgotten by the tree. He looks back at you and takes your hand silently. It was time to go. It was time to leave this magical place. You look at the stars, at how brightly they shone. You gave the sky one last glance before turning away, hand clasped tightly around Crow's as you let him lead you home. Crow walks you to your apartment, noting that he kept you out late at night. I got hiccups. You bid Crow goodbye after he safely leads you inside, and he gives you a wave before turning on his heel and making his way down the stairs. Gonna have fun. Okay, bye-bye. Wait, that's leaving, right? Before turning on his heel and making his way down the stairs. You close your apartment door and lean on it, having a puff of air. You recall the conversation you had with Crow while you walked with him on the street leading to your home. I'm gonna give the guys a chance. I think I judged them too quickly. So I want to do better. I want to get to know them better. If you trust them, then I trust them too. Crow's expression was of surprise at your declaration as your determined face reflected in his arms. Crow chuckles at your enthusiasm, giving you a friendly pat on the head. I'm glad you're giving them a chance, Kaze. I'm sure they will feel the same. You engaged in other conversations with Crow during your walk, the topics not really being of any importance as you have forgotten them by now, save for his gentle voice and the occasional fond glances he stole at you. Time with Crow seemed to pass by so quickly, you arrived at your apartment complex before you knew it. You make your way to the living room and you throw your school bag to a random corner, immediately plopping down on your sofa as you turn on the small television. Nothing interesting is going on, save for some food commercials and... okay, wait. I have to go AFK.
Ay, hello. Hello, hello. I'm back. I'm back. Wait. I forgot that I closed out of that. Okay. Okay. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end the stream. Let me save. There you go. It, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Yeah. So, I'll see you all in my next stream, whenever that will be. Bye bye. Bye bye.